Welcome to another Stampin' Fun Friday. This week I'm focusing on baby cards. I'm needing a bunch of them right now, and so I thought I would show you how I made a whole bunch of similar baby cards all at one time. The first thing I did was I took a silhouette die cut design. This is the circle trifold card, and I cut it out of some gray American Crafts cardstock. And then it comes with both of the circle card and then the individual pieces that you can adhere to the different parts of the card. And so I cut those out of white. And what I'm going to do is, I was showing that the American Crafts cardstock has a textured side and a non-textured side. So I turned it over so it's the smoother of the two sides. And I'm just inking up this Clouds Design Block stamp from Hero Arts. And I'm going to stamp that right on that white circle. And there's what it looks like. I'm working on my Ranger craft mat, so cleanup is easy. It'll just wipe up when I'm done. And I'm just inking my stamp again, and I'm going to stamp another one of the sections with this blue or this cloud stamp rather, again with the blue ink. So I'm going to set this aside for a second. Okay, I'm going to take one of the sections there, and this is going to be the front of the card. So I'm going to take my Stamp-A-Majig, because I want to make sure that I get my placement of this Hero Arts bird stamp just right. And I'm going to take this soft suede color of ink from Stampin' Up, and I'm just going to stamp that right on my Stamp-A-Majig on that plastic sheet. So I have got that all lined up. I'm going to take my card then, and I'm going to figure out exactly where I want to put that bird. And once I have that placed just right, I'm going to take the little T-square thing, the Stamp-A-Majig, and line it right up with my plastic sheet. And then I can ink up my stamp again, remove the plastic sheet rather, then I'll ink my stamp up and stamp it right there on my card, and it'll be perfect placement. So I've stamped my little bird, and I'm using the Stamp-A-Majig a lot this time because I'm using wood-mounted rubber stamps, and this is just a phrase stamp from Stampin' Up. It is from their Full of Life stamp set. And I'm going to take that other section that I stamped with the blue clouds, and I'm going to stamp that phrase right over that. And that's going to be the middle section of the card. You'll see here in a little bit when I put the card together how it'll all go, how it'll all fold up and look. And then this is going to be the inside of the card, and for that I'm using another Stampin' Up set called Congrats. And it has lots of sets, but it starts out with this long congratulations block, and then you can add all kinds of different greetings. And for this one I'll of course use the baby greeting. So I'm stamping that congratulations with a yellow ink. I think it's crushed curry. And then I'm going to stamp the rest of the sentiment with the soft suede ink, all from Stampin' Up. Okay, for my bird, I wanted his little legs and his little tail feathers to be brown, but I want the rest of him to be another color. So I stamped the bird again on some white cardstock with some green ink, and then I stamped this word bubble, and the word bubble is from the Crazy Cool stamp set from Stampin' Up. And then I'm going to take another greeting from the Best Yet Stampin' Up set, and I'll stamp that in the middle of that little word bubble. So I'm kind of mix and matching a lot of stamps and sets here. I'm using both Hero Arts and Stampin' Up today. So I'm going to stamp that little greeting in the word bubble. And then I'm just going to cut out both the bird and the word bubble for the front of my card. And I'm just cutting those little legs off of the bird from this green stamped one. And once I have all those pieces cut out, I am ready to assemble my card. First, I took that front circle there with the bird and I did sew around the edges, and then I'm going to adhere that to the front flap of my trifold card, just right over the top of it. And then I'm going to take my cutout green bird and I'm going to adhere that with some mini glue dots right on top of the brown stamped bird. And then I'm going to take a little piece of sheer yellow polka dotted ribbon and I'm just going to lift up the little head of the bird there and slip that around the neck, and then I'm going to tie that in a bow. Adds a nice little dimensional piece to both the stamp design and the card. I love dressing up stamp designs with gems and ribbons and things like that. Once I have that bow just like I want it, I'm going to go ahead and trim the ends. And then I'm going to take a little black gem there from Hero Arts and add that for the eye. And I'm also going to take a clear gemstone and add it where the little tail feathers meet the rest of the bird's body. Thought that would just add a fun little touch to the card. So this is more along the lines of a, elegant type baby card, I would say, instead of a whimsical one. I wanted something just a little bit different than I normally do. Although the word bubble and stuff do give it a bit of a fun feel. So I'm just adding my word bubble with some pop dots there. And then I'm going to open it up and you can see the next flap. I'm going to take that other stamped piece with the clouds and the little phrase and I'll adhere that right there to that flap. And then I'll go ahead and open it up to the inside and I'm going to take, I had messed up on this side so I'm adding adhesive there. I'm going to take the sentiment and adhere it right inside the middle of the card. So that's what that looks like. And then you just fold it up together and you have your finished card. Oh, I almost forgot. One last thing is I took my Quick Cuts Epic 6 die cutting machine and the branches die, and I cut out some branches from some wood design pattern paper. I believe this is from October Afternoon. And I just cut several branches and used them for my cards and just trimmed the excess off there. So it looks like the bird is standing on a little branch. And that's it. Thanks for watching.